Hello friends, my name is Renuka. Welcome back to my channel, and today we are making some kind of fun art journal. You can say photo album, or you can draw art inside that. You can do anything you want to do it in that, and it's a really fun way to utilize your card making supplies also, and you will get lots of tips in it. So last time we make all of this, as well as I show how you can color these different ways. Now in the next video we're gonna combine it all together because it's getting too much, and now a little bit speed up the process to just make it more faster. So this is the frame. We're gonna keep it and we will put the this frame in front of it. So I'll speed up the process in between. I can talk and tell much about this project. So here I'm using this my favorite things scallop die. You can use any scallop die you have, or you can create your own frame, or you can use any frame you have, or you can use the lace and create a frame all around it. So all these ideas of creating page you can create the same way, 5x7 card or 3x7 card. And but rather than making cut this time, I decided to use this. So now I want some kind of closure here. So here I'm using a thick satin ribbon, and you can go ahead and use a twine also, or you can use elastic to secure it all around. You can do whatever you want. Every time I putting the embellishment, I try to make that you can insert something inside it. So you can put the journaling card there, you can put your drawing or your photos. So that will give you many options all around it, rather than doing it very simple way. And I really like how that it gonna turn out, and all it's a very colorful and very give me springy vibe. And all of this I already dyed it out so much, and you can use the leftovers from other kit like the love sign. And here I just stick to one kit here to just go and make kind of theme kind of stuff. But you don't have to do that. You can use all your flower stamps and color them, or maybe you already have them, the extra images you have, you can just go ahead and incorporate them with it, and that will give you a really nice idea. Here what I'm trying to do is I just trying to add another closure to tie down that. I don't want to use the back side to tie down it, and then I'm gonna stitch all along it, and I will show how I stitch in detail, so you're not skipping anything here, and it will be a very fun project for you. And so here I'm just taking the things. So you can go ahead with the simple stitch, as well as you can use the decorative stitches. Here I'm using this stitch. I'm using the same paper width and the same kind of thread, the same brand and quality of thread on this, so that I will get a perfect idea that if my thread tension is okay or not. And here we use the black one. For particularly this one, I want some kind of border all around. So I'm planning to use here a green one. I choose the olive green color. Now, thing is that when I added here this portion, the tape that we have to see properly, as well as when I add this another layer on it, it is now 2 layers, not a 1 layer. So we have to see that also. So sometimes it's better to go slow, sometimes you might ruin your project. That's why a tasting is always good. Now here is another trick. Now if you see this paper here, it might be happen that I can't create that kind of effect which I wanted. So the main idea here is I will just make a continuous pattern all along it, and then maybe I can go all around it, but I already sticked it, and you can see here I don't have much room, so maybe I'll stop and jump over it. So let's see how I do it. So I'm gonna start, and I'll fold this album. You can apply the same thing on the. Now here is the thing, you can eyeball it. If you want a really nice look, you can make a pencil drawing. I will not. I love to have the things more organic way. And then I'm gonna choose my pattern, which is that leaf pattern, this kind of pattern, and you can see it will accommodate, and I already try. So I know everything now, and it's time to just do the stitching. So I always say, whenever you're doing something new, or if you're a little bit conscious, go slow. So I have here on this side lots of things which I want to add on the project, but I will add those after stitching. I don't want to add much bulk before stitching, so bear with the noise. And here we will start the stitching. So you can see I'm going a little bit slower. Now here my leaves are coming down side. You can just go ahead and do upside also. It's totally depend. If you reverse the stitch, you can get that. I know there is a machine sound coming with it, but I just want to show you in the real time. And when I'm getting closer here where I want to turn my stitch, now I will be really careful and I'll go really slow and see that where my leaf is completing, and according to everything I'll adjust the thing. Now here I will stop. Now you can see, if I zoom it out, you can see the stitch here. It's really nice, and here I have a little bit gap going on, and then I will again see that I can go ahead little bit more, and then I will put this album on this side. Now here, if you feel that you're not able to handle, you can put this kind of clamp also. And now I'll speed up the process. So now if you can see, I put on all these on the four side, and these things are just hang up there, and on the back side now it's creating that pocket which we already saved, but now these laces are secured. And now you can go ahead and make a same pattern all over if you want. You can skip all these papers if you want, or you can just go ahead and make front and back, which I'm planning to do. I'm going to use the same stitch on front and back, and for that I will use now I can go ahead on this side also, and I think that will be the better idea. And I want this is in corner. So what happened when you are dealing with the lots of paper or lots of fabric, these gonna tend and bulk around, and then it will restrict your movement. So you need to clip sometimes, and you have to remove that clip sometimes, and you have to maintain the tension of the paper as well, maybe the fabric or the paper with this. So now I will just add this special stitch on the front cover as well as the back cover, and inside we will do something else, and that would be fun. These threads are hanging on one side, so I want these threads to hang on this side, this corner, and maybe we'll use those hanging threads or maybe we'll not. That is the thing. Afterwards we'll decide. But you can see that hanging thread creates a different kind of imagery, and you know, I can add these tags here, something like that, to create more interest in this. So but this tag is not colored that way, so I can just add a little bit color by just, you know, rubbing these cubes. That's why I love these cubes, that you can rub them and you can add them anywhere, and that will give a really different nice thing going on. And I can add this here, or I can add this here, and I will probably add this on this side and at this, and I'm happy with that. Where is the placement is, and then I will just start swing again, and I'm gonna create again a full cluster of these leaves. Now this time, if you see here on this, there is a little bit wonky thing going on because of these bumping and overlapping each other. Here I just want to I don't want to do that, so I'm just putting this more on this side. Now here you can put the little bit of glue, or you can just hang it. I don't want to put the glue, I want that hang feature there, so I will not glue it. I'm gonna just put it here, just putting a little bit of things, and now I'm gonna catch that, you can see, and then I will complete. Again, when will I reach the corner, I have to see. Now you can see that I'm pushing this paper and guiding this paper also at the same time. Now one side is done. Now I want to add something in other side. So here I'm adding these flaps, so that when we sew here, it will go like this. And then I have some of these papers. So these are the simple easy butter paper, or you can use any paper, or you can use tissue papers also. And I use the stencils and put the hero paste on it. You can use the other any texture paste with the Tim Hortons also, and then I'm gonna cut it. So what I want, the texture should be outside like this, and inside I can write something so it can not visible very easily. Or if you don't want to do that, you can just choose a simple tissue paper and you can see through it, or you can write down on it. So there are different things you can do with this. Like if I want to see this on, I can use this also. So I have lots of these. I already made few of them, or you can use these also which came in a kit. And I can add these also. I'm not sure which are I'm adding, and I'll speed up the process, and in between you can see. I use Brothers Runway limited edition. You can use anything and try to find what different stitching you have in that. Try to use the colorful threads, or you can stick to the neutrals like grays and whites and black also. I love that the pop of color and different stitching. So I alternatively give it a leaf stitch or something like that. Here I'm adding the that butter paper. You can add the tracing paper. You can use anything you want. And sometimes you have those scraps which you are not directly using on the project, but still you have them. You practice something and you have piles and piles of tons of this kind of stuff. You can create this with the other kind of jelly printing stuff, papers also, which you are not using more, or you want to use more. Like it's totally depend. Here I used only the one stencil. You can go ahead and add as many stencils as you want, as many colors as you want. You If you want a more cohesive look, you can just go ahead with the neutral ones, and that will also look a very beautiful. And whites and blues and grays, you can go ahead with that color combination also. You can find out many color combination on Pinterest also. Here my main idea is just reducing my scrap. I have so many papers lying around. Like I punch out these leaves for some other projects, and I have this with the way I punch out always is like they look so beautiful. So I want to use that. So here I'm kind of planning to use them, like creating a small pockets. Maybe you have this, maybe you don't have, maybe you have something else. Maybe you have some kind of ribbons or some kind of lacy pattern, border pattern. You can use that and create that look. If you want to make it very beautiful, you can turn it around. Oh, way awesome things. Use the best supplies you have, and then you got it. Here I'm trying to use the scraps, as well as I'm get rid of some stuff, as well as I'm trying the new stuff like this one. I just cut out one long vase there, and I have this piece sentiment already cut out and die cut out. So now what I'm trying to do here is I'm adding different stitches on it, and I'm trying to see how my machine work here, how the tension of the thread work with the watercolor paper, two layered of the watercolor paper. So these kind of different things I want to try and see. Sometimes I know them sometimes, but I sometimes forgot. Maybe I'm working for a long time on some kind of this project. So these are the stuff. I just put all that embellishment in the one kind of flat tray, you can say. It's a lid of the box, but why I put there, just because I can see a little bit more that what I have still these are a mess. And but yeah, this is always like on the side of my table so that I can use it if I need it, like this imagine. And if you don't have this kit, still you can apply the same technique and create some kind of this kind of thing, because everyone has that sentiment dies, as well as ABCD alphabet dies, or maybe you have flower dies and flower stamps. These are the most common things in the crafters thing. And still I encourage you, if you don't have anything like this, still you can create this kind of stuff with the jelly printing and other stuff. And afterwards you can draw with your hands and create some kind of beautiful stuff or non-beautiful abstract stuff. Everything will do. I just want to give you a lots of ideas while doing this. And I just record the process because I thought it was fun to show you what are the different ways to do it. Because sometimes it happened that you create the thing and it took so much time. So now after spinning all this album, I have some hanging threads, and I will use those threads to hang the other kind of tags or something like that I'm planning. So here I want to hang this tag, so I'm just pulling those threads there, and then I'm gonna just, you know, roll it just like that. And here now thing is that you can staple it and you can get the more texture out of it, or if you don't want to staple it, what you can do, you can just put the another circle behind it. I decided to add the stapler here, and I want that thread should go like this. So here I'm not making very grungy thing or making such kind of fun thing like, you know, like in the junk journals. I still want to have that decency and neatness, but still I can add that staple there, and then afterwards I can just, you know, you can see this. Now it's looking something kind of fun, and I can add something on it, like maybe this cloud I can add, or I can write something that I will decide afterwards. So I can do that with all other threads. Like here also I have a thread, and then I can just grab all the threads, and then on this side I can have this big tag. Now all these tags are the part of these die cutting set which you get in the kit. But if you don't have this, still you can do. Now here I take this tag, and now I can just staple directly on it so that it can hang around, and I'm making a little bit grungy kind of look here, but not that much grungy. And still you can see all the stuff. My staple didn't work here, so I'm just putting those pins back, and now you have this fun little element around here. On that fun little element, I love to add these, something like that, and then we can color them. And other things we can add, what we created, this fun tags, and we can color them. We can add those here also to get more texture out of it, or we can just add these one, something like that. I'm using here a yellow color. So it's totally depend how you want to make your stuff work for you. Here I'm not adding any color to these, but maybe I can add afterwards if I love to add them, and or I can write something. And I can put this tag also. So whatever you have, you can put it there, and you will get some kind of fun thing happening. On the back side I can add, now this is the another Young Forever stamp from Hero Arts itself, and I have this extra piece from that kit, so I can use that. So you can just see what you have in your stash, and you can use those also. Here I'm again creating a pocket, so here I can add some fun little stuff inside just like that. You can do that also. And if you don't have anything like that, you can just grab whatever pieces you have with you, and you know, you can create your own tags, and it's very simple. You have to just, you can mark those like same way also, or you can just, you know, punch a hole. Here I'm using the heart shape puncher. I think I should go with a one at a time, and then you can choose the white color, so you can use these as for a journaling cards. And I'm gonna add them here just like that. On this side I already added these flip-flop kind of stuff, so behind them you can add something. You can place these on it. I have two of these which kind of going perfect with them. I have this hanging thread. I can put this piece here, and this is also the another kit which we have, and then we can put all this stuff behind it. So I think I will grab a little bit of foam tape here, and I will not put that foam tape like until the last. I will just want to put there, or if you are still skeptical about it that how you want to put, then you can just go ahead, put this here, and then you can add your stuff around. I want that thread should be hanging a little bit to get a little bit kind of fun look. And then I'm putting these in that vase. So this kit also came with the vase, but those are the small vases. If you want the taller one, you can see the previous kits, and if you don't have the previous kits, then you have to find something from your stash. That will also work. I'm kind of putting this somewhere here, and then after putting all this, I will just add the foam tape here, and then so you can put the secret message behind it, something like that. And I will put this thread little bit on this side so that it will not hang all the way, but it will still stick there, and still we have that kind of crunchy look. On this side I can just add imagine, or there is other fun way to add is like they have this kind of stamp, the circus stamp come in a kit like this one, and I stamp it on many of these just to make a fun statement, or you can say the fun things all around, and I can add those on it, and that will be fun. So I'm adding one here, and you can go ahead and add them in the random places also. It's up to you how you want to do it. Then I can add this flower also. It's a leftover from the last kit. I can do that. And then I have this piece. This die is also came in the kit, and I can put this piece sentiment. You can stamp also, but if you are sticking the stuff, this is really easy to do so. And then you can flip this and you can write something inside. That will also fun. I will just remove that all the glue, or what I can do is I can put something back there, so that will become more sturdy and add a fun element behind them. I use the 2-inch punch for that. You can use your dies, anything will do. And then on this side I can add this big crunchy thing to just kind of match up the whole vibe. Okay, now here again I just stick this thread and I can remove it. Now here again, if you want, you can add these kind of fun pages. So I just put the color on it, and it's a rough page, like I don't mind using that page. And then I can just cut. So now you can see I can write something inside, and I can put that here also. And for doing that, you can use the washi tapes. Hero Arts also have many washi tapes, or you can use your own, something like that. I have this on the desk, so I will use this one. And how I'm gonna plan to put it, I will not do just a fancy thing. I'm gonna just put this just like that, nothing fancy, and then just skip a part, so we are not missing anything here, but it will add a little bit texture, more texture on this side. And this side, what we can do, we can just put a plain paper to write something. Plain copy paper will do, or what else we can do, I'll show you. So I have these prawns which I can like go ahead with the ABCD. Let me see where, oh yeah, these are. So are for radiant, and you can put all of these here, cutting the strips, and whenever you want to add something, you can just remove it, and you can put that also. Or what else we can do is this in this kit, where is the, okay, this. So in this kit we have this, all the letters, you can stamp those on the strips or a washi tape, and then you can put them apart, and that will make more fun out of it. And now here we can add these different stamps, like this one is believe in peace or something like that. So peace is already there. Now it's time to put the, so I'm putting this aside just like that. I'm using here VersaFine. You can use any ink, any black ink will do. And then I will put the stamp here, then that will say believe in peace. Okay, and then inside also, here also you can stamp or write something. Here also you can stamp and write something. And then on the, now this is the front, we did this 2 pages, and we now did this one. Now inside, you remember we add this one. So this you can directly write on this, and what is the fun part of it, you can't see what is like inside. You can see a little bit, but it's kind of that barrier. If you want that this is not getting properly folded, then you can just give a slit also here, so that it can fold properly, single page, and you can write it when you're folding. That will also fun. And then I can drop some kind of fun things here, or I can put here for hanging kind of stuff. So this one is came in that embellishment with the kit. You can use that also. But here I have a different kind of idea. I want to use this stamp, and for particularly this stamp, I'm going to choose I'm going to put one here, and I don't mind, it's not proper or something like that, and one I'm going to put it inside. Now again, options are endless. You can just put and color them, or you can keep them right now just like that, and you can color them afterwards. If you don't like some of this hanging thread, you can just cut them and put it aside. I can put this small stuff here, and later on I can add them whenever I want, or whenever after finishing my writing I can put those stuff. I can do that. I will put something like these, 3 of these here, so I can write inside and put those here. I can put the word imagine. Where is the glue? Okay, so you are just adding this little bit here and there to get the fun things out of it. If you don't want to cut all these pieces, but it's fun to use your kit rather than making just a card. You can make something else out of it. I'm so happy about it. And for this one, like, you have these strings came in it, and what I did, I used the lawn fawn die to ornament die to cut out this, and this came in the special like full kit. And then what I can do, I can just put 2 just like that, and I can stuck them here somewhere, something like that. Or if I don't want to do that, I can just put the I can just put the thread here, and I can staple them and hang them to stuck inside something. That will also work. Now particularly this one, I thought I should staple them here somewhere, something like that, and that will be the fun. And you can flip through and see what's going on inside, and I'm gonna do that. Here again, you can put many things inside, whatever extra things you have, so that you can use them and write forwards. And then we have these lots of these clouds also, which is hanging around. We can use them also for the decorating part. And these are the small stuff. Now I want to show you one fun thing with them. Like this, if you put all of this together, okay, let me see. If you put all of this together, it will give a sturdy thing. But if you just staple them here, I'm going to show all of those ways. So my stapler is not working properly. Okay, so you can staple them, and you can put something like that. I'll show you. Yeah, my stapler is not working, but you can do this with the glue. You can do this with a directly punching hole on them, and you can do this with the double-sided tape also. So I will show you. If you have the thin double-sided tape like this, you can just add this step here, and then you can just add another piece on it. Try to align them. Now the upper portion is kind of sticking there, and then you can just put and slide these just like that. So they will hang, but they will having a fun. And I think we can create that with the glue also. Let's create with the glue. So I'm gonna put only the halfway. I'm not putting the full glue. I don't know, sometimes nothing is working, especially all of these glue bottles I have. Okay, so it happens when you are taking a break from the craft. Nowadays so many things are happening. So I'm just putting the glue on the top portion, and then I'm gonna put it aside, and I will give it a little bit time to dry. You can do this with these also. And like, I'm putting the glue little bit only on this side. Now I created here a circular one just because the stamp came with it is kind of little bit circular. But you can go ahead and you can, now here I can add this also. So you can mix and match and see which thing you love most and how you want to put. And now you can put these, or you can put these 2 together also. So I'm just putting, now you can do this with any of your tags or dies, and you can apply it, so you don't have to be having the same things. But the fun part is when they dried, they have this kind of flip, and you can just put those here somewhere, and I'll show you. So if I want to put them, I just want to just they're gonna hang a little bit, something like that, and it's fun. Again, for this one, I already put the glue inside, so you can tuck something inside it, something like that. Or you can write, because it's a very big page, and you can write and tuck and do both the things, and that will also help. So this is, we are done with the album, and you can go ahead and decorate more, write more, do some fun, and see how you like it, how you want to add more stuff, and you can do that also. So I'm just putting here a stuff, more and more stuff, so that when I'm starting doing it, starting writing something inside it, I have lots of stuff to decorate, and all of those gonna match together. That will be a fun. Another thing I want to show you while making the journal, and this one is the last thing. So if you have these kind of papers already made, but you use the scrap paper inside and now you want to use them more fun way, then how you can use it. It's very simple. Now this side I'm gonna put the tape. Now you have to remember one thing also, that you should not do everything every time with a measurement and something, then you will lose the fun of doing the stuff. Yeah, I'm that way. And then just for making it similar, I will just make a slit here and I'm gonna just cut it so that we have those slits, and then we can just turn this into small cute little envelope. And here are the some stuff inside. If you got bothered about that, you can just put the same color envelope. I didn't mind to have them inside. So these are the small letters I made for the school, and then I end up with lots of them so I can reuse them. So here I'm just putting the glue to making that small envelope. If you don't want to put the glue, you can just go ahead and put that washi tape kind of stuff also, and that is also the easy way. You can staple them. Just be creative and do whatever you like with them. Now I have these small strips, so I can add these also here, or I can just keep that just like that, something like it. And I'm gonna put all the fun things I have here, like maybe I put this one, then I have this small vases to put inside, I have these clouds, I can put those ferns, small stuff, anything, and I can just close it. And now where to put it inside the album, I just make a little bit space, so I will see that where I can put, maybe I can put here, and I can just put that. And for that matching this stuff, all the things going on, I can just add little bit glue on here, and then I can add one line here. So to make and look anything cohesive, you have to use the same colors and patterns all the way around. And then you can just now here I can fold it. Cut is the first thing there, but if you can fold it, you can fold on other page also, so it will look more cohesive, and I can add that. So this is kind of a fun thing going on, and I'm really loving it, how it coming and popping everywhere. Now while writing something, you can directly handwritten something, or you can, if you want the perfect one, you can just add the what do you say, the fun lettering with the stuff. Like now I can add this here, so it will look more cohesive, and you can add as much stuff as you can, and you can make it very bulky, because this is yours and you can do whatever you want with it, right? So I can put this inside, and it's like floating everywhere. I loved it how it turned out. And let's take a look, another look here. Now on this side there is another way to use these kind of pages also. You can just add more, like I have this paper, okay, so I can add this paper all around it, or I can print linings on it, and then I can put it here, and then I can just slide some of the things inside. Maybe you have a big tag die, you can use that also. And like I have this vase from the last, it didn't cut properly at that time, so I didn't use, but now I can manipulate a little bit and go again. So this is the way that you can use your scrap also, and you can see that there are lots of fun things you can do. You can stamp on it, you can print on it, you can choose these words. Like if I want to use this understanding stamp, so I can just grab it, and let me see, I have something, okay, so I can just add the word understanding, and I can put here, and that will be the fun to write something about it. Or here I can add more words like understand the piece, and I can add this understanding behind it. Okay, so the possibilities are endless. If you don't want to stamp, they have these kind of lots of ephemera came with it. I wish you for a peace and the world of peace, or something like that. You can just put those kind of stuff here, and that will also give a kind of a journaling prompt if you want. Or you can write all of these prompts here, and like kindness, love, hope, and you can put everything here, and you will just have fun with it. So this is the quick look how it looks all together. I'm having lots of fun creating all of these fun elements inside. You can put it like a accordion thing, and on the table, and you can put your photographs inside or tuck the photographs inside, and you can change them rather than sticking them, or you can write something inside. So it was a total fun project. And I know it's a long project, it's not that short, but it's the right way to use all your supplies in a different way. And you can create the cards also with this, but I thought like it's a different approach to do some kind of different thing out of it. And or maybe you have lots of stuff already in your stash, and you can add this kind of embellishment. If you don't want to do all the stitching and things like that, you can just create accordion album and add elements, whatever you left over with, or whatever you have, maybe the stickers, maybe the embellishments, maybe the colored die cutouts you have extra, and you have to just add them, and that kind of fun. I create here a pocket, which is kind of putting all those embellishment, extra embellishment, if I want to add afterwards. I hope you like today's project, and until the next crafty project, have a crafty life. Bye bye. Let me know how you liked it. I love to read your comments, and thanks for all your love and support.